From translation, NIV New International Version, this 124th day of the year, today we are reading passages 1 Chronicles 9-11, 1 Chronicles chapter 9, verses 1 to 44. All the Israelites listed in the genealogies were taken captive to Babylon because of their unfaithfulness. Now the first to resettle on their own property in their own towns were some Israelites, priests, Levites, and temple servants. The first to resettle on their own property in their own towns were some Israelites, priests, Levites, and temple servants. Those from Judah, from Benjamin, from Ephraim and Manasseh who lived in Jerusalem were, from the descendants of Judah, Uttai son of Ammihud, the son of Omri, the son of Imri, the son of Bani, a descendant of Perez son of Judah. From the Shilonites, Asaiah the firstborn and his sons. From the Zerahites, Jewel and his relatives, 680 in all. From the Benjamites, Sallu son of Meshullam, the son of Hodaviah, the son of Hassenuah, Ibneiah son of Jeroham, Elah son of Uzi, the son of Mikri, and Meshullam son of Shephatiah, the son of Reuel, the son of Ibnijah. The relatives of Benjamin, heads of families, including Jael and 258 other Benjamites. From the priests, Jediah, Jehoram, Jachin. Azariah son of Hilkiah, the son of Meshullam, the son of Zadok, the son of Merioth, the son of Ahitub, the official of the house of God, Adiah son of Jeroham, the son of Pashhur, the son of Malchijah, and Masai son of Adiel, the son of Jazarah, the son of Meshullam, the son of Meshulemeth, the son of Immer. The priests, who were heads of families, numbered 1760. They were able men, responsible for ministering in the house of God. From the Levites, Shemaiah son of Hasshub, son of Azrikam, son of Hashabiah, of the line of Merari. Bakbukar Herish, Galal and Mattaniah son of Micah, son of Zikri, son of Asaph, Obadiah son of Shemaiah, son of Galal, son of Jeduthun, and Berechiah son of Asah, son of Elkanah, who lived in the villages of the Netophathites. From the gatekeepers, Shallum, Akub, Talmon, Ahiman and their fellow Levites. Shallum was the chief, and he was stationed at the king's gate on the east side. The gatekeepers who served there were assigned to the king by David and Samuel the seer. They and their descendants were in charge of guarding the gates of the house of the Lord, the house called the Tent of Meeting. The gatekeepers were on the four sides, east, west, north, and south. Their fellow Levites were in charge of the treasuries of the house of God and other treasuries. The temple servants, who were descendants of the Merarites, headed by Zaccur and his relatives, who were the temple servants of the temple, were stationed on the west side of the house of the Lord. The other temple servants were appointed in the villages of Judah to take care of some of the supplies for the house of God. They were to give a certain part to the priests in Jerusalem. The men who were designated for this task gave part of their provisions to the priests descended from Aaron, to the leaders in the family line of Kohath, and to the other Levites, who all performed the sacred tasks in the house of God. The musicians, who were heads of Levite families, lived in the temple chambers and were exempt from other duties because they were responsible for the work day and night. All the Levites who were musicians, Asaph, Heman and Jeduthun, the king's seers, were in the service of what the king had ordered. They performed their duties according to their orders as commanded by David, Asaph, Heman and Jeduthun, who were prophets appointed by the king to direct the music. The gatekeepers were in charge of the articles of the house of God and the temple supplies. They stored them there in numbered storerooms. They were in charge of the furnishings and all the other articles in the sanctuary, as well as the special flour and wine, and the olive oil, incense and spices. But some of the priests took care of mixing the spices. A Levite named Mattithiah, the firstborn of Shallum the Korahite, was entrusted with the responsibility of baking the offering bread. Some of their Kohathite relatives were responsible for preparing the bread set out on the table. The musicians, the gatekeepers and the temple guards were exempt from other duties because they were responsible for the work day and night. All the Levites belonging to Kohath were recorded in the genealogies as heads of families. Aaron was descended from Kohath, so he was set apart, he and his descendants forever, to consecrate the most holy things. The genealogies of the descendants of Benjamin listed. Jael the father of Jibon, whose wife's name was Maacah. His firstborn son was Abdon, followed by Zur, Kish, Baal, Ner, Nadab, Jedor, Ahio, Zechariah and Mikloth. Mikloth was the father of Shima. They too lived near their relatives in Jerusalem. Ner was the father of Kish, Kish the father of Saul, and Saul the father of Jonathan, Malchi-Shua, Abinadab and Eshbaal, the son of Jonathan, Merib-Baal, who was the father of Micah. The sons of Micah, Pithon, Melech, Tarir and Ahaz. The son of Ahaz, Jehoda, and the son of Jehoda, the son of Ahaz, Jehoda. And the son of Jehoda, Ahaz, Eleazar and Kish. Eleazar was the father of Phinehas, who was the father of Abishua. Abishua was the father of Buki, and Buki was the father of Uzi. 1 Chronicles chapter 10, verses 1 to 14. The Philistines fought against Israel, and the Israelites fled before them, and many fell on Mount Gilboa. The Philistines were in hot pursuit of Saul and his sons, and they killed his sons Jonathan, Abinadab, and Malchi-Shua. The fighting grew fierce around Saul, and when the archers overtook him, they wounded him. Saul said to his armor-bearer, "Draw your sword and run me through, or these uncircumcised fellows will come and abuse me." But his armor-bearer was afraid and would not do it. So Saul took his own sword and fell on it. When the armor-bearer saw that Saul was dead, he fell on his sword and died with him. So Saul and his 3 sons died, and all his household died together. When all the Israelites in the valley saw that the army had fled, and that Saul and his sons had died, they abandoned their towns and fled, and the Philistines came to live in them. The next day the Philistines came to strip the dead, and they found Saul and his sons fallen on Mount Gilboa. They stripped him and took his head and his armor, and sent messengers throughout the land of Philistia to proclaim the news in the temple of their idols and among their people. They put his armor in the temple of the Ashtoreths, and fastened his body to the wall of Beit Shan. When the people of Jabesh Gilead heard of what the Philistines had done to Saul, all their valiant men marched out, took the bodies of Saul and his sons, and brought them to Jabesh. Then they buried their bones under the great tree at Jabesh, and they fasted 7 days. Saul died because he was unfaithful to the Lord. He did not keep the word of the Lord and even consulted a medium for guidance. He did not inquire of the Lord, so he put him to death and turned the kingdom over to David son of Jesse. 1 Chronicles chapter 11, verses 1 to 44. All Israel came together to David at Hebron and said, "We are your own flesh and blood. In the past, while Saul was king over us, you were the one who led Israel on their campaigns. The Lord said to you, 'You will shepherd my people Israel, and you will become their ruler.'" When all the elders of Israel had come to King David at Hebron, King David made a covenant with them at Hebron before the Lord, and they anointed David king over Israel, as the Lord had promised through Samuel. David and all the Israelites marched to Jerusalem, that is, Jebus. But the Jebusites who lived there said to David, "You will not get in here." Nevertheless, David captured the fortress of Zion, which is the city of David. David had said, "Whoever leads the attack against the Jebusites will become commander-in-chief." Joab son of Zeruiah went up first, and so he became commander-in-chief. David then occupied the fortress and named it the City of David. He built the city around it, starting from the terraces inward, and Joab restored the rest of the city. David went on and became greater and greater, for the Lord Almighty was with him. Now the commanders of David's army were: Jashobam son of Hachmoni was chief of the captains. He raised his spear against 300 men at one time and killed them. Next to him was Eleazar son of Dodai the Ahohite. As one of the 3 mighty warriors, he was with David when they taunted the Philistines gathered at Par-Damim for battle. The Israelites retreated, but Eleazar stood his ground and struck down the Philistines till his hand grew tired and became stiff. The Lord brought about a great victory that day. Next to him was Shammah son of Agi the Hararite. When the Philistines banded together at a place where there was a field full of lentils, Israel's troops fled from them, but Shammah took his stand in the middle of the field. It was full of barley, and the Israelites had fled. He defended it and struck down the Philistines, and the Lord brought about a great victory. 3 of the 30 chief men down to the valley of Rock might have gone to David at the cave of Adullam, while a Philistine garrison was stationed at Bethlehem. David was then in stronghold, and the garrison of Philistines was at Bethlehem. David longed for water and said, "Oh, that someone would get me water from the well near the gate of Bethlehem." So the 3 mighty warriors broke through the Philistine lines, drew water from the well near the gate of Bethlehem, and carried it back to David. But David would not drink it. Instead, he poured it out before the Lord. "Far be it from me, Lord, to do this. Is it not the blood of men that I drink?" David would not drink it. Such were the 3 mighty warriors. Abishai the brother of Joab was chief of the 3. He raised his spear against 300 men, though he did not attain to the 3. Benaiah son of Jehoiada was a valiant warrior from Kabzeel, who performed great exploits. He struck down 2 of Moab's best men. He also went down into a pit on a snowy day and killed a lion, and once he killed an Egyptian who was 5 cubits tall. Although the Egyptian had a spear like a weaver's rod, Benaiah went against him with a club. He snatched the spear from the Egyptian's hand and killed him with his own spear. Such were the exploits of Benaiah son of Jehoiada. He too was as famous as the 3 mighty warriors. He was held in greater honor than any of the 30, but he did not attain to the 3. And David put him in command of his bodyguard. The mighty warriors of the armies were: Asahel brother of Joab, Elhanan son of Dodo from Bethlehem, Shammah from Harod, Elikah from Harod, Heliz the Pelonite, Eri son of Ikesh from Tekoa, Abiezer from Anathoth, Sibbecai from Husha, Eli from Ahohite, Maharai from Netopha, Held son of Bana from Netopha, Ittai son of Ribai from Jibah in Benjamin. Benaiah from Pirathon, Hurai from the ravines near Gash, Abiel from Arbath, Asmaveth from Bahurim, Eliabah from Shalban, the sons of Jashan, Jonathan son of Shaji from Harah, Ahiam son of Sharah from Harah, Eliphal son of Hefer the Metrasite, Ahijah the Pelonite, Hezro from Carmel, Nari son of Ezbai, Joel brother of Nathan, Mibhar son of Hagri, Zelek the Ammonite, Naharai from Beeroth. The armor-bearer of Joab son of Zeruiah, Era the Ithrite, Gaab the Ithrite, Uriah the Hittite, 37 in all.